And I definitely just burped. Excuse me. So let us see if... Okay. It looks like we are actually starting. Okay, well, it says the stream is offline but starting, which probably means we got to build up a little bit of buffer to actually get going. Either that or I'm talking for no reason. Nope, it is working, I think. Well then, if it is indeed working, and it is indeed working, alright, it is indeed working. I don't know where it actually started from, but welcome to the end of VEDA for this year. Well, maybe no. I think that this, for me, is the end of VEDA. Honestly, I did not put much effort into VEDA this year. I put no effort into VEDA this year. Because honestly, when I made that first little video saying, VEDA 2016, I'm not doing it. I actually meant to end it there. I really did not intend to do anything VEDA at all this year. But once I made that little stupid I'm not doing it video, it just kind of kept going. I sat there in front of the camera, and all of those ones where I, those little 15 to 30, 35 second clips, me complaining about me not doing VEDA, not going to do VEDA, this and that and the other thing, not VEDA, was all done in one session, just sitting in front of the camera in less than 5 minutes. So, I really... I didn't plan to do VEDA. I didn't really want to do VEDA, and for some reason I still sort of did it. I kind of just the other day thought I really missed an opportunity. I should have called it VEDA not VEDA. So that's a missed opportunity. Where was I going with that? Yeah. I really don't think I'll be doing VEDA again. I don't really think I did it this time. But I don't know, reason being, I just, like, this year, I'm not happy with what I did. I mean, it's just, there was no effort in it. At first I thought, yeah, it's kind of cute, it might be funny, but people got tired of it pretty quick, and actually, so did I, but I just kind of saw it through to the end because of some feeling like I should actually finish out VEDA. I don't know why. It was not worth it. Really, I mean, it was easy to do. That's not what I mean by not worth it. I mean, it was kind of meh. Oh, our PowderTube is here. He says, "Nice shirt." Thank you very much. Really, thank you very much. I knew you'd like that, or this. So, and again, I forget what I was saying. Jeez. Like some people really were irritated by these short little videos of I'm not actually doing VEDA, blah blah blah, and someone actually kept coming back just to thumbs down all those videos. I mean, like, you know they're gonna be something you don't like. Why bother coming to watch them if you're just coming to click the thumb down? I don't understand that. Oh well. I thought, and I'm thinking, probably next year I won't do VEDA. I've already said that. I'm a little sleepy, so I'm kind of rambling. But like I for some reason last year, from December 31st to 25th, I did what's called Vlogmas just for the hell of it. It was totally on a whim. I didn't even know about Vlogmas. And again, that's something else. I don't know. Because I have like limited time. I mean, putting in the effort to make good daily videos would take up too much time. I'd love to be able to put in the effort and make really good daily videos of some kind of substance and quality, but it's just really not possible. YouTube, if YouTube was making me enough money, then yeah, I could do that. I could spend time. I could dedicate more time to YouTube if things were going well financially that way. I thought they were going to, actually, because things were slowly climbing up. I mean, it would be a couple extra dollars more a month, and then we got up to about $40 a month, and it plateaued and then crashed. At first I thought, what's going on here? I don't know, but I think I figured it out. everyone who is going to watch my curry rice video has already watched my curry rice video, and I think that's what was really carrying me. So that plateaued at 124,000 views or something, and that's done, and that seems to be it. I've kind of crashed back down, and even though subscribers are slowly going up, view counts and stuff are going down. And you know what? Me putting in half-ass efforts on daily videos for VEDA and stuff like this actually helps the views go down. Yeah, because people just get tired of it and they don't come back for the regular videos that they might come watch if I wasn't doing this stupid half-ass daily videos. So that's my reason, I think, for not wanting to do VEDA ever again. I mean, like I said, if I had the time to make quality daily videos that people could actually enjoy, I would do it. But this just wasn't it. This past VEDA, it was decidedly lacking in quality. So yeah, the joke wore thin. I'm not doing VEDA. So I don't know what else to say. One reason I'm doing the live stream tonight is that, well, I'm being lazy and not having to edit by doing this, but also I have done at least one live stream every VEDA, and this is the last day, and I hadn't done a live stream yet. I thought, yeah, gotta do that. Of course, I didn't tell anybody I was gonna do it, so I've got, well, it keeps fluctuating between 1 and 2 people watching. So this is the least watched live stream I think I've ever done. I mean, I know one is Repetitube, because he complimented the shirt. Oh, and it says, making videos is a lot of work. The 2 short videos I made were hard enough. I cannot imagine having to edit a long video every day. Yeah, like when I make the Sweet Tooth Thursday videos, a lot of them record from, well, if it's just me, I can usually keep it under about 5 minutes of recording. But when it's with the kids, it's usually 8 to 12 minutes. And recording 8 to 12 minutes of video to get a final product of like 4 to 5 minute Sweet Tooth Thursday video, it's going to take an hour would be on the low side. That's about right. About an hour if I really hustle. Oh, some of us still enjoyed the short videos. Really? Those short little, I don't know, I'm being ungenerous to myself and calling them pieces of crap, because I mean, I guess they were cute, but it was basically me thinking of different ways to say I'm not actually doing anything. I don't know, I'm not proud of them. I'm not ashamed of them, but I don't consider them quality videos. But thank you for liking them. Well, I guess, some people did like them. Some people clicked the thumbs up on them. But if you go and look at, I mean, view counts are a terrible way to measure success or failure on YouTube, depending on really what your goals for success or failure on YouTube is the best measure of it. But if you just go and look at the numbers, at every one of those little short ones is just in the toilet for views. But they also drag down the other ones. Like before I would do any kind of the daily stuff, generally around 300 views is what a normal video would get, and very few of my other videos have gotten up that high during VEDA, because I think VEDA has scared off a lot of people. So I was about to go click on the views and check, but I'm live streaming. I don't know how that would affect things. So, oh, here we go. I believe with different takes, I had to make 3 takes for my Dulce de Leche video. Yeah. Well, if you talk about like takes for the Sweet Tooth Thursday videos, I don't really take takes. I just turn on the camera and go and pick and choose what I use. Some of it's just the kids jumping around too much and can't be used. Some of it's I start to say something and think, no, that's kind of dumb, and I stop part way. and then I have to repeat myself, and so it's a combination. And I do repeat myself. I cut out myself saying I love it or that's great or a bunch of things very often. So, and I love your Dolce Delish video. I actually watched it again today because I was clicking on I added it to my must watch later list, or not must watch later. I'm not speaking clearly. I added it to my watch later list, and then I went back to watch another thing that I'd put in, and it came up after automatically, and so I let it play and I watched it again. I still haven't made it. I really want to. I'm just not sure where I'm going to get the can of condensed milk. Oh, no, wait. I do know where. I said that before. Okay. So, yeah. So at this point, I think I'm rambling. Because it's 11:30 at night. A little tired. I made another... Why not? I made another necktie today. Why not? I'm going to grab it. 1 second. You can say hello to Momo while I'm on. Ooh, actually, I've got number 3 and 4 here. I'm not going to pull out number 2 because I consider it to be a fair bit of a failure, really. Actually, at one point, I abandoned it and said it's failed. I'm not going to finish it. It's just crap. But I went back and I fixed it, sort of. But it's not great. I figured out that actually the pattern on it that I used to make it is incorrect, and so it screwed up the tie. Of course, I made the pattern, so that's all my fault. So I went back and I made a new pattern, and I made myself a third tie. I quite like it. Cars. Much better than my first or second attempts. And today, I made myself my 4th tie, which I quite like, and I think it's getting better and better. I quite like it. I mean, there are still problems. I made some adjustments to try and figure out to fix some of my problems I had with this tie. And I introduced a few new problems, so it's still a learning process. I am working towards getting better. I am getting better. I was going to work towards it more. I actually came home and felt like making another one. Didn't end up doing it, but I finished one today, and I just want to make the next one, which is kind of cool. I never liked ties before, really, but now I'm quite enjoying them. Costco. No, actually, I don't know if I would be able to get a can of condensed milk at Costco. Probably I could, actually, but I'm thinking something closer. There's a store called A Price, which is generally a restaurant supply store, I think. So if anyone's going to get a good-sized can, it should be there. They look very good. I'm impressed. Well, thank you very much. There are, of course, problems with the ties, errors, mistakes, like this guy, I didn't cut the lining quite long enough. It really ends right here, and I had to sew it into there so that it didn't fall down and look horrible. That could look better. So I made it longer, which somehow made it wrinkly on this one. I'm working on it. I got my points better. My points are getting better, though. Except at the small end. The small end needs work. But when you tie up your tie, the small end, it disappears, so it's not a big deal. It's just if I ever want to get good enough to make really good ties, that's got to get better. I'm figuring out what I'm doing bit by bit, by bit, by bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Patitube says, I had seen a video from Texan in Tokyo or Rachel in June where they explained the stripes and ties in Japan go a different angle as those in the West. I have never seen that, never heard that. Oh, hello, Tesla. Said, Emmanuel tie, have you made 3? Actually, no, I've made 4. I was just saying, this is actually tie number 3. This is tie number 4. Come here, 4. And 2 is upstairs, and I'll probably never show it. It's just green. It's a very bright, kind of a shiny green material. Actually, it's, this white, it's not, don't know what exactly this material is. Some kind of synthetic, I guess, rayonish or polyester. I don't know. It's a bright green one of this, and I just used that completely. So it's a really bright green tie, but it's got major problems with it. It's uneven. It's lopsided. So I'm not going to show that one. I might try and make another one, a good version of it at some point. But no, these are 2 and 3, and I'm quite happy with their progress. They are not perfect, but they look pretty decent when you got them tied up. Yeah, so that's going well. Brilliant, they look great. Just came here. Yes, well, welcome. There's like 15 minutes before this of me saying that I think my efforts in VEDA were unsubstantial and not good enough, but okay. Repetitive says, so in one of your previous blogs you had mentioned that you would talk more about your trip to Okinawa. Now's my chance. I did? I don't remember. Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't remember what I've said already, so what do you want to know about my trip to Okinawa? Or which trip? I've been there 6 times. Actually, for the first several, there's not too much to say. The first 3 trips, I went there purely for scuba diving. And that's all I did. Well, I mean, that's all I did as my activity. My vacation activity was just, getting certified. First time was getting certified as open water. Second time was advanced open water. It wasn't until my 4th trip that I got certified as a rescue diver. I think my 3rd trip... No, wait a minute. I went 3 times in 1 year once. Or, well, it wasn't actually 1 calendar year. It was in the space of 1 year. I don't think you talked much about it. It might have been about scuba. Okay, well, yeah, scuba. My first trip was open. Second was advanced open. 3rd trip... Which trip was it? One trip, I went down to Yonaguni. And we went diving on what's called the Monument, which is a rock formation that some people think is man-shaped. Like during the last ice age when the sea levels were lower. And it's not. But it's a great place to go diving. Rescue diver, I'm impressed. Well, yeah, I haven't gone diving since my honeymoon, though, so 11 years ago, so I would not put your faith in me to rescue anybody right now. Your VEDA efforts were fine. Good, and even the earth to shake. Not so good. Oh, yeah, I didn't get the earth to shake. It shook all on its own. Actually, it shook last night again. Aftershocks. How was the food? Well, I mean, Okinawan food, they got some pretty good food. There's some nice stuff. But they've also got some pretty putrid stuff. This one vegetable called goya, or niga something, which means bitter something. And it looks like a bumpy, warty, mutant cucumber, and it tastes like, disgusting bitter crap. It was a brilliant VEDA 2016. I thank you for your opinion. I just don't share it. I really thank you. I don't think VEDA was great, and I'm probably never doing VEDA again, honestly. Okay, jumping back and forth. Okinawa, 4th trip? Yeah, 4th. I think my 4th trip was 2 weeks long, and when I was leaving Japan the first time, and I planned to do my rescue diver and dive master certifications in the same trip. Got the rescue done. I did not finish Dive Master. I didn't even start Dive Master, come to think of it. Do I even have the books? I might have gotten the books. I don't even know. I didn't get anywhere towards Dive Master. Because Dive Master, once you get Dive Master, you can work professionally, not as a teacher, but as if you worked at a resort, you could take people diving. And Repatube seconds Tesla. Well, thank you very much. So yeah, I had planned to get Dive Master certification and then maybe go somewhere tropical and work at a dive resort or something, and that just never happened. Which, I mean, it would have been nice if it had, but if it had, I never would have come back and met Kumiko and had 4 wonderful kids. So, it's one of those things that would have been a nice experience, but I wouldn't be where I am if I had that experience. There's so many of those. So yeah, that was my 4th trip, I guess. My 5th trip would have been after I came back to Japan. I think I went in the summertime just to go do some diving. And there's always a reason for everything. If you believe in fate and stuff. But anyway. And my 6th and last trip to Okinawa was with Kumiko, our honeymoon. And did do 2 dives, then 2. Kumiko didn't, but she said, no, go ahead, go dive. I said, are you sure? Yes, go dive. Okay, I did. And she got bored waiting for me like I knew she would. But she told me to go dive, so I did. And that is the last time I have gone scuba diving, in 2004. So that's 11 and a half years ago now. Still got all my equipment upstairs. Got my wetsuit and fins and mask and snorkel and BCD, it's the vest kind of thing, and my OC, the regulator and everything. I got all that. The only thing I don't have is a weight belt and a tank, because one, you can't take a tank on airplanes, and taking a belt on is a really dumb idea because it's a really heavy thing that would use up your weight allowance. Just, rent wherever you go. Wherever you get to, you're going to go diving, rent a tank, rent a weight belt, you're good to go if you got everything else. So yeah, there's that. Haven't gone diving in like 11 years. I should sell my equipment, except it's 11-year-old equipment, used equipment. Who's going to buy it? So, what else is there to say about Okinawa? I didn't do anything but diving for the first 4 trips, except like, at nighttime I walked down to this nearby mall, just, probably usually just to go get supper and just to walk around. And actually all the diving and walking, it was actually really good exercise. I was in pretty good shape. It was pretty low weight compared to now and other times I've been in Japan. Especially after that last, when I was leaving Japan the first time, I went for 2 weeks. Walked everywhere. 2 dives a day. Walked to the mall at night. Walked back. It was good. That was fun. I liked that. What else is... Yeah, I didn't do anything even slightly touristy until my 5th trip to Okinawa. And then I went to a couple places. This Okinawa World, which is... it's not really a theme park, but it shows stuff about Okinawa. It's got like a small zoo-ish area, but it's also got access to the largest cave in Okinawa, which is cool. Cavern system. It was neat. And they had a glass blowing place. It was neat. Maybe when your kids are older, they might get interested in diving, you might go again. Yeah, maybe. It'd be cool. My Lilia says she wants to go. The only thing is, it's not the most expensive hobby, but it's not the cheapest hobby either. And with 4 kids, that's a lot of people who would to go diving together. That'd be great, though. I mean, if all the kids were old enough and Kumiko would actually want to go, the whole family going diving together, that would be so cool. I bet you it'll never happen. But I mean, Lilia and Duncan and Kai, well, Ina too. She's fearless. They sound like they'd be up for the. They'd go for all the adventurous stuff. Lily says she wants to bungee jump and skydive. Those are things I did back when I was single, not married, and had no kids. No one to be responsible to but myself. So, do a bungee jump, do a skydive. Chances are you're probably going to be safe, but it's not 100%. But I didn't really have anything to worry about, really. Except, long hospital stays or imminent death. No, it was fun. Now I'd be much more reluctant to do some of those adventurous things because I do have, 4 small children. Well, actually, not that small. Holy crap. I mean, Lilia's up to here and she's only 11. But I have children dependent on me, so I'm much less likely to do those kind of things. And Telsa says it would be cool and Repetitive says he wanted to run with the bulls at age 9. Are you knucking futs? Oh, I mean, that's... Wow, holy crap. That is... I mean, you think something like skydiving is dangerous. Well, you've got backups. But with bulls, you got bulls back behind you. You want to run like hell. Like the wind. Run like the wind, bullseye. It's ride like the wind, whatever. So, that's crazy. I don't know if I'd want to run with the bulls or not. His parents had the same reaction. I don't blame them. Yeah, what are you, nuts? Come on, kid, you're only 9. Wait until you're at least 10 and a half. I'm actually, let's see, I am running on battery power only. I have only 32 minutes left on the battery power of this computer. So that is going to limit the amount of time this live stream will go for. It will not be over 1 hour. It might cut off suddenly. I hope not. They had to hold me back. Bullhorn can go right through you and kill you. Nuts. Yeah, it can go right through, and it can go right through your nuts too. I mean, yeah. Sorry. Were you actually? I mean, were you there? Were you witnessing the running of the bulls, and you tried to get in amongst them? Man, you were nuts. That's crazy. Sheesh. I wouldn't mind going to see it. I don't think I would get in and run. I don't know. That's amazing. I mean, what are the risky things I would like to do? Whitewater rafting? I've done, but it was really mild. It was like a mild adventure in Thailand. It was technically whitewater rafting, but mostly it was just rafting with a bit of slope. I was kind of disappointed. Repetitive was about 20 feet from the course looking from above. Sheesh. And you wanted to jump in and get in with the bulls. It's a good thing your parents had a good grip on you. Yeah, I don't know. I'd still like to do adventurous stuff. Just... Actually, okay, you know what I would like to... No, there is something I would like to do, and I want to tell everybody about, because if I were to be able to do it, I would need help to do it. But I'm going to save that for its own video. If I don't get one up in the near future, somebody remind me to make the video. The keyword is tape. Repetitive was a bit of a knucklehead. Cool. And Telsa would not want to go. I'd be upset about people hurt, and even more upset with distress caused the bulls. Well... I'd be interested to see it. I mean, it's cultural. I mean, people, I guess, try and write off a lot of things as acceptable because saying they're cultural, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about the bulls. I think I would probably be cheering for the bulls. Get them! No, that's terrible. God, the password is tape. No, password, keyword, whatever. It's to remind me. It's like, you haven't made that video about tape yet. That's all I'm telling you is tape. And cardboard. Okay, I'll give you that much too. Tape and cardboard. That's basically the whole thing. It's just, what shape it's going to be and how it's going to be used. It's something I have to introduce. So tape and cardboard. So, yeah. That should be its own video. Momo, you're being very quiet back there. Are you asleep? You should be. It's very late. So, was there anything else I was going to say? Might as well. Well, it's what's on a lot of people's mind is the earthquakes. Like I said, we had a small shake here last night too. The kids had already gone to bed. I'm sitting at the table, and I'd say it maybe as much as 5 seconds before things started shaking, I could hear a very low rumbling, and I thought something was coming. And sure enough, we started shaking. And there's been a few small shakes felt here in the past few days. But most of them haven't been felt this far. Yeah, cheer for the bulls. Go get them for making us do that. Okay. Oh, someone just joined in. Greetings from Sweden, and I love your Sweet Tooth Thursday videos. Well, thank you very much. I like making them. Just gotta keep brushing my teeth very well. Thank you very much. I love making a Sweet Tooth Thursday, partly because it gives me a good excuse to eat junk food, and partly because they're usually not. They're a fairly straightforward edit because it's just one video file, and I just gotta chop out all the parts I don't need without having to juggle things around too much. And another thing is that I get to enjoy things with my kids, so I love Sweet Tooth Thursday, and I love the Sweet Tooth Thursday internationals I've gotten to make too. Thank you, Patitube. So that's fantastic. So thank you very much. What the heck was I just talking about before that? Nuts. Oh yeah, the earthquakes. Okay, yeah. So felt a shaking here last night. Kids didn't wake up. Kumiko felt another shaking, I think 4 a.m. this morning. That didn't wake me up. But to give you some comparison, if anyone, as long as you're old enough, you remember the Kobe earthquake back in, when was it? I was in high school or university. I think it was in university. So that'd be early 90s. And, it caused huge devastation and, a lot of dead people because it was a very packed city. Although a lot of people died in the fires after, not just the shaking. Or not actually, I think more people died in the fires after because they got trapped in houses that then burned to death. Anyway, that earthquake, I think, was either centered on land or just offshore. The Kumamoto one was centered right on land, and it's the strongest on-land epicenter since Kobe. I mean, the Fukushima earthquake was stronger, but the earthquake was in the ocean, so the shaking on the land wasn't as much, but all the devastation there was caused by the tsunami. So, Kobe and Kumamoto, same strength. A lot more deaths in Kobe. Not so many here, thankfully. Like 42 last I heard. But it's amazing how short the chain is of somebody personal. Like I have a student who has a customer whose secretary is one of those 42 people who died. So anyway, after the Kobe earthquake, there were lots of aftershocks, and after a year or so, they had reached 1,000 aftershocks. Kumamoto earthquake, we have already passed 1,000 aftershocks in 2 weeks. This thing is just bouncing. Who knows when it is going to finally calm down? It's ridiculous. It's incredible, and not in a good way. Incredible, as in I can't believe it. Incredible, not credible. Of course it's credible. It's believable. It's there, but it's like, oh my god, 1,000, and a lot of them have been fairly strong. Like a lot of these aftershocks, if they had occurred somewhere else, would be the full-blown earthquake. So I would have been terrified of the shaking, knowing that the ground could open up and doesn't bear thinking of. Ground, I don't know. You don't really see too much of that ground opening up kind of thing. I think that's mostly a movie thing. I mean, it can split open, but 1,000 aftershocks. Yeah, 1,000 aftershocks. Within like the week, it had already been 500. You're hearing 500, then 750, 900, 1,000. 1,000 aftershocks. Now, some of them have been very gentle. A lot of them, most of them, we haven't felt here. Because we're like 56 kilometers from the epicenter. I think that's the right number. I estimated that using Google Maps and Wolfram Alpha. So I don't know if even all of those 1,000 were experienced or fully felt in Kumamoto itself, but all of the ones we did feel here were a fair bit stronger in Kumamoto, a lot stronger. It's not just Kumamoto though, because there are 3 different epicenters that are still causing aftershocks. Kumamoto's the main one, and I think it's gotten 1,000 aftershocks by itself. Then there was another one soon after in Aso, and one in in Oita-ken. So there's lots of shaking going on. How are the folks near the epicenter? Over here in the news, it concentrates on Ecuador earthquake because there were a lot of people affected. Yeah. Well, even still, not as much as the first week and a half or so, but even still, you still get helicopters flying over here fairly regularly. I don't know how things are going. I haven't been watching the news as much as I should have. Kumiko's friends, I mentioned before, who their restaurant and house were pretty trashed. I guess a bunch of people chipped in and helped them put their restaurant, if not not completely back in order together, at least usable, and they have opened up the restaurant. And this might seem kind of strange thing to be, when the whole area needs recovery, but they've opened the restaurant. Customers are coming in. They have set their prices ridiculously low, like $1, effectively equivalent of $1 for a drink, plus X being whatever else you want to throw in. So they take all of the money they're making, and I don't know if it's all the profit or all the money completely, and all of the money they're making from their restaurant is going to charity to help other people in the prefecture. I mean, that's incredible. So, I mean, good to hear them getting back to normal. It's not just that they're getting back to normal. They are working to make a difference for everyone else as well. I think they're amazing people. Actually, I'd wanted to go make a video of their restaurant before, but they have refused. They didn't refuse me. I never asked. But TV shows and newspapers and stuff wanted to come in and do reports and bits on their place, and normally that restaurants say yes because it brings in more business, but for some reason they have refused every single one. I don't know. Telsa says, I'm glad the ground opening up is just in the movies. I mean, that huge gap opening up and swallowing things, I don't think that happens so much as what happens, and what I have seen on the news from and on the internet from Kumamoto, where places like on hillsides or side of a mountain where parts of it just slide right away, and so you fall down there. I mean, there are sinkholes that do happen, so ground opening up and disappearing is not purely fictional, but I don't think you get that, earth shaking, opens up, someone falls in, and it closes in and swallows them so much as you would in movies. I don't know. I could be completely wrong too. Maybe it is a frequent thing, but I don't think so. There's lots of pictures. You just go look up on Google, search, Kumamoto or 2016 earthquake image search, and you'll see, cracks in roads and places where they've gone down, and everyone in my family, is doing fine. We are, like I said, we're like almost 60 kilometers away from the epicenter. Our house shook here a bit, things fell down, a couple of glasses broke, but we are pretty much unaffected. So the kids are afraid. They're scared. Pretty much okay in the day, but because all the earthquakes, the strong ones, hit at night, they're kind of afraid of the nighttime here. My son Kai, he won't go to the toilet at night by himself. He needs, once it gets dark, someone has to go with him because he's scared to go by himself. Even Nina, 3 years old, saying she's afraid of earthquakes. And Nina and Kai, two of the youngest ones, they're saying they want to move to Canada because we don't get the earthquakes in Canada. So they're scared, and that'll take a while to taper off. Any cracks in the walls of your house? No, nothing here. No, the house is fine. When it was shaking, you hear cracking noises and whatnot, but I think it's just, maybe more like rubbing noises of things flexing. Although after the earthquake, walking on the hall, and every time you hear some crack, is like, is that a new one? Did the house get weaker because it was shaking around? But I mean, the house is fine. Didn't lose any roof tiles or anything. Solar panels work. I think we're good. So, yeah. 14 minutes left on the power on this thing, and well, the computer has 14 minutes of power. I don't know if I have 14 minutes of power. I'm really running down. Last chance. Any questions? We're up to 8 people. Heading towards the end of the live stream, and we're getting the most number of people. We're almost done. It's too bad. This is totally my fault because I did not tell anyone that I was going to do live stream. I just thought it up on my way home from work. I thought I should do live stream. I should tweet about it. Never did. Oops. So, well, actually, I did 5 minutes beforehand, or PowderTube saw it. Of course, he seems to see all my tweets within seconds of them going up. I think he's Twitter stalking me. Okay, so any quick questions you've got? Last chance, pop them up now into the chat area here. I've only seen comments from 3 people. Repatitube, Anna Clara, I'm not going to get this right, Ostling, and Telsa. Oh, here we go. Resiad Idris. I wish you make more race team vids. I know, I've been getting lots of people asking me to make those videos, and I really, really mean to. I mean, I'm 3 videos, I'm 3 races behind. I've got 3 races on the hard drive of this computer. Actually, one of them might be on an external hard drive right now. All the video files saved up. Don't feel bad, Repatube, I was joking. So anyway, I've got them all saved up, ready to edit. The thing is, there's when I go to a race and record, I can get up to 100 video clips, and I gotta go through all those and trim them down and stick them all in. Race videos is one of the most time-consuming edits, and so I just haven't felt like I've had the time to do it. I've gotten so bad about it that the next video to edit is from March 2015. I keep meaning to make that, but I have other videos as well, at least 3 or 4 of other things related to mini 4-wheel drive racing that I really, really, really mean to get done, and I'm sorry I haven't. It's just another one of those things about, you know, time, and especially when I've got the image in my head of that it's going to take forever to do, it makes it much harder to get started, and so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but I gotta get that video going. I think the 2 races I went to after that should be quicker edits because I decided to just record whole races of people doing it instead of clips and then putting clips together, like get from this angle, get from this angle. That's what I was trying before. I would take a video from this angle, then take a video from that angle, and so you wouldn't get someone's whole lap. But after that I decided, forget it, I'm just going to stand in one spot and record there 3 times around, and that's going in the video, which is probably going to make for longer videos, actually. But uploading unedited. I can't upload them unedited because they are... Some of them is like 5-second clips, some of them are 10-second clips, and it's all going to be put together. If I just string it together, it's a crazy mess. So, by the way, I play Tamiya too. Cool! You know, I love seeing people's cars. Send me a link if you got a picture of your cars somewhere. Send me a link. I love taking a look at the cars and talking about them. Have we gone back to the bike park? You mean the one in Kurume? No, actually, we've never gone back. I do mean to. Can't right now. Lily has a broken toe. Let's be about the right time to do it, the right weather. If you mean the park in Saga Prefecture, Gata Higata Yokokoen, which has that great drop slide. We have been there twice. We went on the bicycles once. Haven't been back there in a while. Rasyad says he lives in Indonesia. Oh, I mean, mini 4-wheel drive is pretty popular in Indonesia, isn't it? There's stuff to do all over the place there. You can always find races there, can't you? Anna Clara Ostling, is it Ostling? Why am I asking for pronunciation advice when you can only text me? I'm sorry. How are your animals after the earthquake? Hope they feel good too. They're all fine. Yeah, no, they didn't have any problems. I mean, they were surprised and shook up a bit when it happened, but actually the chickens didn't seem to care at all. I went out to check on them after, and they didn't care. The one with the free bikes. Free bikes. Well, either place you have to pay to use the bikes. But I think it was the second place at that big park in Saga with the water play area and whatnot. I think that was the one where you just paid for your time and then just use whatever bike you wanted to. The one in Kurume was more like pay per bike or pay a higher fee at the beginning. Yeah. Blast Arrow. I'm not sure which model that one is, the Blast Arrow. Send me if you got a picture somewhere, just send me a link on Twitter. Or tweet me a picture. Okay. But no, we haven't been back, although we definitely will be going. 10 minutes left. Okay, 10 minutes of battery power. Actually, no. Back mini 4-wheel drives. I've got one more car to put together. Lilia has a car to put together. She wanted one for Christmas. I got her one. We haven't even put it together yet. So, got to do that. although I want to make a different camera rig for assembly videos, because I've always got it on a tripod pointing down on an angle. I want to make a new a camera rig that I can mount this bar on the tripod and have the camera pointing straight down over the table. It'll make things so much better. It'll be a better view. I really got to get around to that. Got to do that. It'll make things better. Yeah. So, I guess if that's all the questions, it's probably about time for me to sleep. Oop, Inaki and Ferran just came into the room. Say hello. Hello, Inaki and Ferran! How are you guys? Ferran or Ferran? I'm not sure about the... I really don't know about how to pronunciation. Inaki, Ferran. It's not Ferran. It's not Ferrari, I know that. Although you could make car sounds and run around the room and drive your dad nuts. I shouldn't be giving them ideas, should I? I'm sorry. Yeah, well, Inaki and Ferran, you're going to have your dad wind this video back to the beginning so you can watch the whole thing, although I think the first part's probably going to bore the crap out of you. So, and we're up to 9 people now as I'm saying, this is the end of the video. This is the end, my only... No, I'm not going to sing. I could, but what camera do I use? Oh, 1 second. I hate walking off screen because it leaves it blank, but whatever. Can you hang out in Indonesia? If someone can pay my way there, I mean, I don't make enough money to take the time off, or can afford to go there. So it'd be cool to come out and hang out in Indonesia. I'd love to do it. I'd love to make a travel vlog about it, but I don't see that happening anytime in the near future. Okay, so for my camera, the question was what I use for camera. Well, in an emergency, if I don't have anything else, I can use my phone. That always works. But my main camera is a Canon Vixia HFS30 with shotgun microphone, which was purchased with my very first YouTube money. This was a present from my mother. And that's what I'm using. The only problem is it's starting to break a little bit. The battery, the plugging in the power cord here used to recharge the battery through the camera. Won't do that anymore. I had to buy a charger. I think the charger is a little harsher on batteries, and so their usefulness is going down and down and down and down. Their charge time, maximum charge time, is dropping like a stone. I'm already on my first battery is dead. My second and third batteries, the second battery is down to about half capacity or less. The third battery is about 2/3. Like I said, it started to break, so if this goes, I have nothing else. I have no backup on that other than my phone, which just made noises at me because someone hearted something. Oh, Kitty Does Japan just liked my tweet about me going to do a live stream video. Are you watching now? Oh, I got a warning. It's a nice video camera. It is a nice video camera. But like I say, it's heading towards the end of its useful life, and I won't be able to replace it. I'd like to get a GoPro because it could be a lot of fun with a GoPro. I really want a GoPro, but once this one finally dies, I really don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's kind of that's kind of a downer point. Let's end on a high note. VEDA's done, yay! That's a high note for me. Yes, this VEDA, not VEDA. So, another high note. I made good tie. That's a high note. Oh, I'm getting loopy. I think it is definitely time for me to sign off. Everyone have a great, I was going to say night because it's night here. It's like almost 12:15. Have a great day, night, time. Have a great whatever it is where you are. I will see you soon. I'm going to go to sleep. So, thank you for joining me. Next time what phone do I have? Oh, phone. My phone is a Sony Xperia Z5 or something, X5, Z5, whatever it's called. It's quite nice. I like it. Great to live chat again. Drop me a message about SoundCloud. I'm not stuck against the rest. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Or Patatube and I are going to have to figure out a schedule. And we're thinking of doing podcasts together. I did 2 crappy ones already, but it'd be cool. I want to get this going. And actually, if we work it out right, we could record video at the same time and throw up a video on a separate channel too. You know, like I was thinking of making a Sparkcast channel. I recorded the first one on video. I didn't record the second one. Why not? I've got 2 other video channels that I'm pretty much ignoring right now. Why not have a third? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I really have to go. The battery's about to cut out. Everyone, have a great time and good night. Well, I say good night, but I actually got to find where the heck I turn this thing off. There, broadcast, cutting it off in 3, 2.